In this video, the 3 slides will go over how to do basic distributive property, how to combine like terms, and how to put it both together. Press play at each slide to view the tutorial. On this slide, we'll go through a variety of different problems where distributive property is needed. On the first one, it is a basic just distributing a positive number. So we're going to distribute 2. When you distribute, the operation that you're doing is multiplication. So that means that 2 is multiplying both x and 7. So we have 2 times x. I bring down a plus sign because the problem has a plus sign in it, and then 2 times 7, which is 14. Since the first term has an x and the second term doesn't, I cannot combine them. I'm done. On this example, I'm distributing a 4. So 4 times x, which is 4x. I bring down a minus because it's a minus. 4 times 3, which is 12. Here I'm distributing a negative. That just means I should follow my positive-negative rules. Negative 7 times 5 is negative 35, plus negative 7 times x is negative 7x. Distributing a negative again. Negative 4 times 3x would be negative 12x, plus negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Here I'm distributing a negative, so first I go negative 3 times 2x, which is negative 6x. But I would actually change this minus to plus negative. So now because I changed it to plus, I'm going to bring down a plus. And now I'm multiplying a negative times a negative, negative 3 times negative 1, which is positive 3. Forgot to box that one. And then here I'm distributing something that has a variable. So 2x times 2x would be 4x squared, and that's because 2 times 2 is 4, and x times x is x squared. And then 2x times 7 would be 14x. And again, on this one, they're not like terms because the first term has x squared and the second term has only an x. So in this example, we're going to talk about basic like terms. So first, we have 4 terms in this problem. We have a 4, a 7x, a 3, and a 2x. Like terms are terms that have the exact same variable piece. So the first set of like terms that I see are 4 and 3 because they're both just numbers, so I can combine them. So 4 plus 3 would give me 7. Then I can also combine 7x and 2x because they also have the same variable piece. To do that, I add their coefficients, which are the numbers in front. 7 plus 2 is 9, and then the x part just stays the same. If you combine a pile of something, the pile just gets bigger. It doesn't change the actual item. So when you combine x's, the x remains the same. You just have more or less of them. On this example, we still have 4 terms. We have a 9, a negative 6x, a 2x, and a negative 8. These negative signs are important. So to make sure that I don't forget about those negative signs, I could actually go through and change them to plus negative, and now I can combine like terms. So my first set of like terms is 9 and negative 8, which combine together to get 1. I'm going to bring down a plus sign, and then negative 6x and 2x, which combine to get negative 4x. Be careful with your signs there. Changing minuses to plus negatives can be very, very helpful. In this example, we're going to both distribute and then combine like terms. So first, distributive property, we're distributing a 2. We're also distributing a 3. So 2 times 4x would be 8x, plus 2 times 5 would be 10. I bring down the plus sign right there. 3 times 2x would be 6x, 3 times 4 would be 12. Now I search through for like terms, and I see that 8x and 6x both have like terms, both have an x, so they're like terms. I can combine them to get 14x, and then 10 and 12 can both be combined to get 22. On this next example, since you can see there's several minus signs, I would actually go through and change each of the minus signs to plus negative. And there's 3 spots you can do that. Because now when it's time to distribute, the first one isn't too bad, but on the second one, you're actually distributing a negative 3, and the fact that the 3 is negative is very, very important. So if we distribute, we get 8x plus negative 36 plus negative 15x plus positive 6. And that's positive because you're doing a negative times a negative. Lots of people that don't rewrite this never make that a positive 6, and they get that piece wrong. So now we're looking to combine. So I have 8x and negative 15x, which would get me negative 7x, plus negative 36 plus 6 would be negative 30. That's my final answer.